Namaskar. I came across an excellent statement in the book Wake Up and Roar by Papaji. And this statement says the self, which is the unknown, is responsible for the activities, but it is claimed by the ego. This actually is the role of Maya in our life. This is what is happening. Something is being done, rather something is happening, and the ego is identifying with it through its body as the doer of all those actions, and thereafter getting into that cycle of doing, then having more desires, then again doing, and this endless cycle of desires, doings carries on. We'll understand this by a small story. What happened? There was a young man who was traveling in a train. So, at one of the stations, a very beautiful young lady turns up in his coupe, and this man was thrilled. But she came with a very big box and pleasingly asked him if she could place this box between the two berths. He squeezed himself and said, okay, yes, why not? And now he was seeing the prospects of a very good co passenger and a very good journey. He says, okay. Now, the lady was sitting there for some time, and in the meanwhile, there was an exchange of pleasantries, warm smiles, and thereafter, the lady, she got up and went away. After some time, the train started. Now, this lady did not come up, but the man thought maybe she is boarded some other compartment and in the next station she will come. But in the next station, next stoppage, that lady didn't turn up. So he got slightly worried. But in the meanwhile, two other men boarded this same compartment. And asked, whose box is this? And the man said, what's the problem? Giving an impression that the box belongs to him. Now they wanted the box to be removed. But this man said, if you are having problem, you can place your legs on this box. And those two men said, okay, fine, there's no problem. Why to have a quarrel? After some time, the travel ticket examiner, he also came and wanted to know whose box this was. So these two men looked at this young man in such a way as to attribute the ownership of that box to this man. The TT told this man, young man, to keep the box in the luggage van or pay the fine. This man opted to pay the fine, and that's about all. But after doing that and the lady not turning up, his mind began to work. Mind, which was under the influence of Maya, the Rajogun and Satogun, started working. And he started thinking now what to do with this box. It appears that the box is very valuable because it was emitting very good smell, good fragrance. So The prospect of having uh, having a good jewelry or some good items, luxurious items in the box, the prospect of gains from possessing that box started playing in his mind. Expectations. Now, when he reached the station, he asked the coolies to follow him along with this box. But as he was about to move out the platform, one more ticket examiner, he stopped and he said, I want to know what is there in this box. This man says, oh, they are the clothes and jewelry of my wife which I am taking. This man was not satisfied. He wanted to open the box, but his young man didn't have the keys. He resisted, and each time he resisted, a suspicion was further cemented in the mind of that examiner. So he took him to the railway police. The railway police got the box opened and found a dead body inside. Now, when the young man he discovered that dead body, he wanted to distance himself from that box. But now he couldn't do so because he has himself claimed the ownership of that box. However, with lot of difficulties and fighting a prolonged battle in the court, he could absolve himself and the matter was sorted out. But this is what is happening in our daily life. This man is none other than a Jeev. Jeev. This box is the body given to us by Maya, that is the young lady. So under the influence of Maya, we are the ego is taking ownership of this body, and therefore when it takes the ownership of the body, the doership of actions arises as a result of that association with the body. Now, when the person, the individual Jeev, when in the right company, he comes to know that he is not the body, and that identification with the body, the doer, is not the right association. But by now, the internal environment and the external environment makes extricating himself that much more difficult. So this is the story, and this is how, by having expectations and associating with the body, we come to take the ownership of the actions which are actually conducted by the consciousness. We'll read it once more. The self, which is the unknown, is responsible for the activities, but the ego claims it. That young man, he claimed the box, and from there the problem started to arise. So this is a very good statement from Papaji that I came across. Tried to present it with a story. Hope I have been successful. Thank you.